Welcome back everyone to Cross/Game. Evie here with another video, this time celebrating all things Final Fantasy. So with this video I'm literally just thought to look back at history. With all the trailers coming out for Rebirth and 16, obviously all the hype that came with that game, I thought to look back at trailers to understand what it was like back in the 90s into the 2000s as Final Fantasy kept evolving. So I'll do maybe about 3 videos back to back where I will just add one of the best quality trailer I could find, especially in the PS1 days. It's really hard to find good quality trailers now for Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9 and so on. I will start only with Final Fantasy 7 going forward because I found it really difficult to find good quality trailers going back towards the NES and SNES days. So that means that you'll only get anything starting from Final Fantasy 7 onward. But also I made that decision because Final Fantasy 7 was where I started my journey into the franchise, into the series, so I thought I'd start from there and just kind of talk through the trailer, and then what I'll do is I'll repost the same video but without any commentary, so you can just enjoy the trailers by themselves without me talking over them. At the end of each trailer I'll give a little score, a final score of what I thought, trying to put myself in the shoes of a gamer back in the day, all the way to present day, till the release of Final Fantasy 16 and pre-trailers for Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth as well. I will stick to one trailer per game just so these videos don't go on forever. Otherwise, I think that they'll just be too long and people might get bored. In any case, hope you enjoyed the videos, and leave a like, and if you liked what you see and what you heard, and please subscribe and share these with your friends. Would be great. Trying to get to at least 100 followers by the end of this year. If more, that'd be lovely. In any case, thanks a lot in advance. Enjoy the video. Okay, here we go. We're starting with Final Fantasy 7. Apologies in advance for any quality issues. These trailers are old. Well, for the 90s, obviously, late 90s. But starting with this one, you can already see the difference. You know how far we've come from Final Fantasy 16 and 7 Rebirth back to Final Fantasy 7 OG 1997, and Square Enix obviously choosing to put out all the FMVs. Almost a lots of spoilers there with Era floating away, so very surprised they even put that there. It's a bit funny, but I guess they were trying to really highlight the depth of the quality, I guess, with the graphical leaps between the last generation with the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, where Final Fantasy 6 was up to, and the difference is to make a game and put it on CD-ROM, and what the PlayStation was capable of at the time. But yeah, in theory, half of these FMVs, half of these videos you're watching on screen now are major events in the game. But obviously, when you're watching the trailer, it's really hard to put it in context because they're all mixed in different times and throughout the game. But even like the Genova, they're being hit by Kajata there, the summon. That you could just see the level, like the direction between even during battles and the camera angles rotating around characters. It was just unique. There was something very unique about Final Fantasy 7 when it came out, and I think Square knew, so they literally just, we have to make a trailer that blows people's minds. And I think if you're going back to 1997, 96, 97 when this game is being advertised, your mind is definitely blown, for sure. So I gave it a score of 5 out of 5 because it's Final Fantasy 7. There's just there's no competition. Next is Final Fantasy 8. Let's see what they have to show us. You can already see the increase in fidelity between the graphics back in the day, and obviously again Square choosing to show the FMV high fidelity visuals that they had back then. Now we've swapped the blocky characters for actual fully realised human being looking people, so, and I think that was a big thing for me even back in the day. I think I was probably about 13, 14 when this game was announced, and because it was such quick succession between 7, 8 and 9, when 8 came out, and I could see, you know, Squall there and his fully realised face and fingers and hair floating away, his scar, call back to the intro video of the game. I was just blown away by it. I was like, wow, this game looks insanely good. Yeah, a little bit of editing there. Most of what you're seeing doesn't happen in the game in the way, obviously, that when you play it. So even the clothes Squall is wearing there it's not what he wears in the game. I think you actually get a choice there whether to use that uniform or not during that cutscene. Well, there's Rinoa, which she isn't meant to be there in that specific scene. Just clicked with that. That was what was amazing about Final Fantasy VIII, is you're in the middle of doing something, you're cutting away and you're doing something, and then all of a sudden it just cuts between you controlling the character into a CG cutscene, and it just seamlessly goes in and out, and it was just like, wow, I feel really excited. This you know, really part of the action there. Yeah, I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. I think it did a good job at building a bit of hype there, so sure, 4.5 out of 5. Obviously, by the time the game came out again later on, you start to see the differences and the cracks and some of the innovations, like the junction system, and everyone has an opinion. But to me, Final Fantasy VIII was a great game. I couldn't see the flaws, I think, as young as I was. I couldn't see that. I think basically because I didn't compare it to Final Fantasy VII back then, I wasn't really that much of a harsh critic. So on looking at it many years later, of course, then as people point things out, then you start to notice it yourself. But I still loved playing it. I still loved the time I had with it, and yeah, those memories will stay with me forever. But yeah, the trailer, yeah, I could see how people were probably hyped and couldn't wait to see Final Fantasy VIII straight after playing 7. Next, let's go and check out Final Fantasy IX. Now, admittedly, when Final Fantasy IX was announced and the first trailer I saw for it, I was a bit, I'm going to say slightly underwhelmed. I don't know, I was used to, you know, those fully fledged humanoid / characters, and Square obviously went back to the more cartoony side of Final Fantasy, you know, a bit / medievalish, but you know, Zidane is like this monkey / human. There's some odd characters in there, basically. The story's good, really enjoyed the story. The battle system was a bit sluggish compared to the ones before it. So I did find Final Fantasy IX to be slightly cumbersome, but the game pacing is good overall. But just look at this trailer, yeah, you can see the more cartoony side to it. Accelerated FMV there. Oh, the black mages. Look at that. Kudra, the most beautiful villain in the world. it was strange, I think, because it's so cartoon-like. When something serious did happen or it went really dark, it was a really strange feeling, because especially even in the character arc of Zan, because he's always so positive and has a can-do attitude, wants to help everyone. So when the game does go dark, it really it brings you down. So, but yeah, this trailer I think does a good job at showcasing the next step with Final Fantasy. You can tell a lot more detail has gone into these CG trailers. Yeah, phenomenal. Alexander and Bahamut. Here we go, Kudra. Yeah, kind of just taking me back. I think I really enjoyed this trailer at the time because it was just a lot going on, a lot colourful, and I was fresh off the hype of Final Fantasy 7 and 8. So a year later, Final Fantasy 9 just comes out of the woodwork, and hot on the heels of Final Fantasy 10 as well. So I think I gave this 4.5 out of 5 and enjoyed it for what it was. So yeah, that's the first 3 trailers from the PS1 era. Yeah, I enjoyed that. Thank you for sticking with me till the very end of this video. Hope you enjoyed that little trip down memory lane, and hopefully the next video should be popping up on screen, so you can, if you're interested, click. Final Fantasy X is next, and that's kind of the PS2 era coming up. Okay, enjoy, please like, share and subscribe.